Hello everyone, my name is Shambhavi. Hope you all are doing well. So now we are moving towards the next program for the practice, and that is write out a Python program that accepts a string and calculate the number of digits and letters. Now this is a very much similar program with the previous one which we have actually dealt with. Now what is the difference that previously we were dealing with only and only the numbers, right? In the previous program we had checked out that we had declared a list or a tuple, and in that we had checked out what are the even numbers and what are the odd numbers, and we had simply displayed out the count of all those things, right? Now in this question it is asking me to take out a string. Okay, it is asking me to take a string, and in that it is asking me to calculate the number of digits and letters. Now let's say I define out a string that is let's say Python 09 programming. Let's say this is my string which I have declared out, Python 09 programming. So 09 are two of my digits which we are actually having into this string, right? So I need to count out the total number of digits which we are having, and I need to count out the total number of letters which we are having. Right, so here onto the one note, first let me give you an idea regarding this program, then we'll proceed on with the PyCharm ITE. Okay, so let's say I'm just declaring a variable, let's say var. Okay, just let me change out this color because maybe if you are watching on the small screen, mobile phone, so it must be not be too much clear to you. Let me take out this one. So let's say I'm just defining a variable that is var here. Okay, and into this, let's say I define out a string that is Python 009. Let's say this is my string which I have declared here. So what output do I want? Output which I want is that the characters which I am having that are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I am having 6 characters. And what about my digits? So I'm having total 3 digits. This is how the output which I just wanted here as the for this particular program, right? Now here I have simply taken one and declared one variable on my own, but in real when we'll just work on the PyCharm ID, so in that case I would be taking the input from the user, so that we can just do directly onto the PyCharm ID, that I just do not need to write out here, right? Fine. After this, what I would just do is that I will be defining char and digits. I will be defining two variables, char and digits, okay, and I will be assigning zeros to both of them. Now you have watched out my previous video very carefully, right? So now you must be very much familiar that what are the char and digits and why I am actually making them here or declaring them here, right? Now after this the loop starts that for okay, so for I in var is my variable in which I'll be storing out my string, right? So for I in var, come to a new line here. Let me just come down this place. My condition applies. Now we have two functions here, that is digit and is alpha. Is digit is basically used when you just want to count out that how many digits you are having onto a string. Let me write out the function name. Is digit. This is the function that actually goes on. Is digit, okay? Second function is my is alpha. Is alpha, and this is the bracket like this. So this is alpha is basically used whenever you just want to count out that what are the total number of alphabets which you are having into your string. Fine. So is digit and is alpha are the two functions that we'll be using for finding out the digits and is variables and for digits and alphabets into a string. So if I dot, first of all I'll be comparing for the digit, okay? So we use it like that. If I dot is digit, okay, come to inside this if condition, and simply I have the variable that is digit, right? So digit plus is equal to 1. So increment 1 to this digit variable which we have made out above, right? And if this is not the condition, so in that case I'll be applying elif I in is alpha. Is alpha is my second function which will actually help me to check out that whether this string has alphabets and total what are the alphabets into this, right? So elif I dot is alpha, and here I could just simply write char is equal to and I could simply implement the short form plus is equal to 1 like this. Right, and what about my one of the else conditions? Simply I could write pass here, or I can just write invalid string or anything like this. I could just write here. So else pass, and after coming out of this I can simply use out my print statements and print the ones which are char, and into a second I can print out simply the digit here, right? Now how it will actually function, that is super easy and super same as we have done seen in the previous one. Let me just repeat out that thing in a very short way right now. So let me take out a color here so that I can proceed on. Right. So I'm having character digits as 0. So for I in var, okay, let's say my variable is Python 03. Let's say this is the string which I have taken, okay. It will check if I is dot is digit. So I will refer to each and every value which I'm having into this string, right? It will check if I dot is digit. So what it will get here? No, that we are not having a digit in the first character, right? So it will go on to the elif condition at the space. I dot is alpha, yes. So here char is equal to char plus 1. So this will be incremented to 1 from here. Previously we were having here in the char as 0, right? But as soon as we found out one character here, so now this will be incremented to 1, right? Now after this it will again go on to the second one. So it will again see that y. It will compare y that I dot is digit is y dot is digit. No, it will not go inside because y is not a digit. That is an alphabet, right? So it will again go and increment in the char. So it will increment for P, Y, T, H, O and N. It will increment 6 times actually. So total one which I'll be getting here is the 6. So P, Y, T, H, O and there are total 6 characters, right? So I would be getting the total for the characters, that is 6. After this it will come on to the 0, 3. Now it will compare that if I dot is digit, the 0 dot is digit. So yes, it will find out that yes, this is the condition we satisfy. So it will go inside this if condition basically, and previously we are having digit as 0, right? So that will be now incremented to 1. Fine, and same thing for the 0. So instead of that 1, it will be incremented to 2. So total digits which I am having in this particular string which I have taken, that are 2. And what about the characters? The total characters I am having as 6. So this will be my final output that I would be getting out here. Right, so I hope that you got an idea regarding this thing. So let's start writing out the code for now. Okay, var is my variable that I am actually taking out here, and I could just simply write input, var input. Into the bracket I could simply apply here that enter a string. Okay, come to a new line. Here I could apply digit is equal to 0, and I could just apply first one digit and second one is char is equal to 0 as well. Fine. After this my for loop begins. So for I in and var, here we have var, right? So for I in var I have if I dot is digit is is alpha. First of all, let's check out for alpha. If I dot is alpha, put out the colon, and here I'll be writing that char plus is equal to 1. Right? After this goes my elif condition. My elif condition will check for is digit. And here put out the colon, and inside this I'll be making digit plus is equal to 1. Right? And in the else condition, I could simply write here pass. Okay, and coming out of my for loop, I'll be adding 2 print statements here. Print, I would write that total letters in my, okay, that is in my string, is total letters in my string is, put out a comma, let me come down so that we are actually able to see. Fine. So total letters in my string is, and here I could put out the variable that was char, because char is a variable in which we have stored the final result, right? Here in the print statement, I could write again that the total numbers, now total digits I could actually add here. So total digits in my string is, put out a colon, and here I could just separate this by a comma, and here I could just write as digit, right? This is what I could do. Now it's time for running out my program. First of all, I'll be taking the same string which we have taken to see in the example on the OneNote. So that was Python 03. Hit enter. So now just have a look that it is actually telling us the same answer that we had calculated on the OneNote. So total letters in my string are actually 6. That is Python. And what are total digits? So this is total digits into the string is 2. That is 0 and 3. Let me take out a little complicated string for now here once. So let's say I'm taking here enter a string, and let's say that a string is, let's say I would just write T and something, some random, okay, do not give the spaces here, some random things I'm actually writing out here. Fine, and let me hit enter. So now it is telling me that total letters in the string is 10 and total digits are 7. Let's see what about the alphabets. So T, Y, C, B, P, these are 5, and these last are 5, right? So total 10 I'm having. What about my digits? So that is 728 and 9824. So these are total 7 digits, right? So if I just take in random as well, so it is absolutely working right. Fine. So basically now I hope that you had got the idea how to work, how to deal with the strings as well. In the previous video we had deal with the digits. Now we had a deal with the strings. So now you are absolutely clear with both of the data types which we are having, right? So this is all for this video. Till then, thank you and take care.